Carlos Peralta had been so good, and then in the sixth, what did you see when he walked those two batters?
Yeah, I think, trying to move the ball around, 2-out walk to Hap, and then the Suzuki one was kind of like the one that hurt him, ended up costing the game there. He was pretty good, only 2 walks, and unfortunately was those 2 towards the end there. Overall, I thought he was pretty good, but again, 2 out, 2 walks, ended up costing us.
I know you've talked about how you can't let your thoughts turn negative, but does something become psychological when the losses mount at this level right now?
I mean, you can make a case. When especially when you're going through a stretch like this, it's hard. It's hard, but nobody's gonna feel sorry for us. You got to keep going. We haven't been playing good baseball. That's the bottom line. But when you look at it, you got 5.5 months ahead of you that we have an opportunity to write our own story. We're putting ourselves on a big hole right now, but there's only one way to do it. It's just come back tomorrow, ready to go.
Do you think that someone needs to say something in there, like a veteran to pull everyone aside, or for you to address everybody?
We have multiple people saying something. Every day we meet. Every day there's we got hitters meeting, we got pitchers meeting. At the end of the day, it's not what you say to here. You got to go out there and you got to play well. So that's the bottom line.
What is concerning you the most right now?
We just haven't been able to put a complete game. It's either the offense, the starting pitching, like not making a pitch, not making a play, not getting the big hit. Just having a hard time playing a complete game right now.
What did you see with the lineup today?
I thought we had some decent at-bats. Created some traffic, hit some balls hard, but just again, every time we had the few times that we had runners on base, we couldn't get that big hit. Lead off walk, and then it's a double play, or it's just having a hard time putting a rally together.
Is that one of those double plays? Bo Bichette smoked that ball, goes right off the mound, and then right to the second baseman double play. Is that the type of luck you guys are basically having right now?
I mean, can make excuses. Bo's been hitting the ball hard. I thought yesterday he hit 3 balls hard, and I think only one good result today. He hits that bullet up the middle, and he's right at the second baseman. But again, you got to do it consistently, and we haven't been able to do that.
As a coaching staff, how do you feel that you guys have handled this stretch?
I think the coaches are doing a tremendous job preparing the guys, staying consistent, staying positive, bringing the energy. They're doing everything they can in their power to put guys in position to have success, especially with the way they're preparing, the way they deliver information. We just haven't been able to see the results on the field.
What's your message to fans who are understandably very discouraged about the way you guys have been playing?
I mean, they have all the right to be pissed and frustrated. They care, just like we do. I mean, we care here. We want to win as much as they do. But again, so much I could say here, because we got to go out and do it. I understand how they're feeling. I'll be pissed too. If I'm a fan, I'm pissed. They're pissed. So.
Why do you think the offense has struggled to make in-game adjustments over the course?
I wouldn't say in-game adjustments. I'm just saying, we have to just put together consistent at-bats. Passing the baton, trusting the guy right next to you, right behind you. I don't think it's about adjustments. I think it's just being able to put, 3, 4, 5 consistent good at-bats.
With so many new players, do you feel like there might be a lack of cohesiveness within the lineup?
I don't think so. We had good new players coming into the season. Obviously, we're missing few guys, and there's guys plugging into the lineup, but you can't make that as an excuse. They're professional here, they're big league players. That's not an excuse.
Freddie, you were really rolling there, hadn't walked a batter, and then walked those last 2. What was the difference in those particular at-bats?
No, I thought that I was still competing there. It was a very good at-bat by both of them. But I think that that I pitched, good against Suzuki too. But he took very good at-bat.
As someone who's been in the league a while, the ups and downs, but just how difficult from the competitor's standpoint is what you guys are going through right now?
I think the only thing that I can say about that is just we need to keep grinding and keep competing and trying to get better and win some games. That's it.
How difficult can that be to do as the losses pile up to keep that proper mindset?
You know, I think we just gotta keep preparing. I don't know how difficult it is, but we are professional, and we have to make adjustments and play better, and and try to win, like I said.
Did you feel any extra pressure today on yourself to maybe go out there and try to end this streak for everybody?
No pressure, but I have a commitment and with myself and everybody else, and just trying to give my best as always. And I feel that I was competing until the last pitch. You know how it is, and sometimes we can control some stuff that happens in the game.
Put into perspective here what's happened over the last 10 days to 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's frustrating to lose baseball games anytime you lose. So when you lose this many in a row, it definitely compounds. But this is a big boy league. There's no time to dwell on tonight. Tomorrow is a new day.
What is the mental challenge of actually putting that into practice, though? Like, one thing to understand that, but how challenging is it when the losses mount?
It's not. It's not. It's as simple as showing up tomorrow with a good attitude. That's how I'm going to approach it. As a veteran on this team, hopefully, other guys see, the smile on my face when I show up. And, I understand that the game does not owe you a thing. The game does not owe you any wins. So we have to go out and get it. They had a big swing. They made a good move putting Kelly in there, and big swing. I played with that guy. He can do that, and he did it to us today.
There are a lot of veterans over the years on this team. Have you guys discussed this losing streak and maybe how?
Yeah, we talk before every series as a group. That's how it works in the major leagues. You meet every series. You talk about what's going on, the state of the offense. The pitchers do the same thing, and try and get this thing rolling.
Is there anything you can put your finger on as to why it hasn't happened so far?
Every game's been different. I think obviously we want to play better as an offense. We've given up some big homers that have kind of hurt us, but we've lost a lot of different ways. So, there's no pointing the finger at anything right now. It's just a matter of us, coming out with a big win. If it takes a 12-10 victory, if it takes a 1-0 victory, we have to do something to get in the W column.
How can you guys prevent, sort of like accepting or expecting to lose at this point?
Nobody feels that way, so I don't even know how to answer that question because nobody feels that way. So.
Yeah, and you said you keep winning in different ways. Is that almost more concerned that you can't point to a specific issue?
No, I'm just looking at this streak. It is what it is. It's happening. And those are the facts. But nobody's showing up thinking about how it's going to happen again. We're thinking about how we're going to win. So that's the attitude.
For the lineup, Marcus, is there one concern or one thing that frustrates you the most about how you guys have been swinging it lately?
No, that's not my place to speak like that. We all just have to keep grinding at bats. This is, like I said, this is a big boy league. These guys are a good opponent with a good offense and some good arms. So it's up to us to shut them down and score some runs.
On that ball that you hit that got caught in left field, I understand the wind was blowing in, but did you think when you hit it that you might have had enough on that?
Yeah, it was a weird at bat because that's a guy who attacks with his fastball. He got behind and he went 3-0 breaking ball, 3-1 breaking ball, and 3-2 breaking ball, and I was ready for it and still got out. So those are the things we deal with as hitters sometimes, and it's going to be tough to fall asleep knowing that I barreled it up and didn't get any results, but that's how we live. That's part of it.
Have you been through a stretch like this in your career before?
Yeah, I'm sure. I played, this is my 13th year. Been through all kinds of streaks, winning streaks, losing streaks. So it's not fun when it's a losing streak.
In your experience, is there one universal thing that works that kind of helps people get out of a rut?
Universal thing that works is just, winning the games. It's hard to win a big league game. It always has been, and right now it hasn't gone our way. If we had a magical way to win every single game, we would definitely be doing it. But I think that at the end of the day, everybody in here has enough talent to get a win tomorrow, and that's how we're going to approach tomorrow.